Hey guys, Commander Casual here. Just going over my Dargo and Jeska turn 3 kill deck. So this is a super aggressive commander deck that was a suggestion from a friend of mine that I actually play in Paper Magic with. And it kind of relies on comboing the two partner commanders, Dargo the Shipwrecker, who is a 7 drop, 7/5 giant pirate. Uh, he has trample, but as an additional costume, you can sacrifice any number of artifacts or creatures, and he costs two colorless less for each of those permanents you sacrifice. So that'll come into play later based on mostly how the deck's construction. And then we also combo him with Jeska Thrice Reborn. So she enters the battlefield with a number of loyalty counters on her equal to the number of commanders you've cast from the game this turn. So I mean, if you're just casting her on her own, she enters with one. If you cast Dargo and then her, it's two, or so on and so forth. She has a 0 ability, which is choose target creature. Until your next turn, if that creature would deal combat damage to one of your opponents, it deals triple that damage to that player instead. So here's where the combo lies, is mostly in that 0 ability. Is the deck is based around playing a ton of 0 drops, as you can see in this huge column here. We've got 4 drop kind of red creatures that are all kobolds. And then we've got a couple 0 drop artifact creatures, and the rest are all just 0 drop artifacts or X drop artifacts that we can play for 0. So we play, hopefully we get a hand that has at least 3 of those in it, and a mountain. And then we can play all 3 of those, play the mountain, tap the mountain for the 1 red, sack the 3, and play Dargo on turn 1, right? That's the nuts draw. That's the perfect start. And then on turn 2, hopefully we get one of like our rituals or something. So Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual. I don't think there's any other 2 mana rituals, but if there is, comment it on the video and I'll add it to the deck. And then we can play Jeska on turn 2, which would be the ideal. But if not, we plan to play her on turn 3 just by hard casting her with all our land. And then we 0 Dargo, and because he has exactly 7 power, if he gets in an unblocked hit against somebody, that's 21 damage exactly, which is commander damage and a kill. So I think pretty reliably with this deck, we should be able to get a turn 3 kill on at least one of the players we're against. Now, if we were playing this one-on-one, it would definitely be like a competitive and very spiky commander deck. I mean, you might think it's spiky anyway because we're knocking somebody out of the game really quick, but, it gives them... I don't think it's like unfair or anything like that. We also have to commit our whole deck structure to it just to get the draws we want. Like, look at... We have 30 of these cards here that all cost 0, plus the 4 that we can also cast for 0. So 34 of our playables go towards just getting Dargo out on like turn 1, if not turn 2. And then we've got a little bit of other stuff that can help us out with it, but not much. Like, and Jeska's X, by the way, just to back it up afterwards, is it deals X damage to each of up to 3 targets. It's a minus X, so you can kill her with it and then just keep casting her, and her loyalty gets bigger, so you can keep burning people out, I think is the idea with her. But we're really focusing on the 0 ability, so hopefully she won't go anywhere, but... And we've got a little bit of stuff to assist. Like, we've got some mana rocks because we can tap and sack those to play Dargo. So those are really good. We've got a Rite of Flame, so 1 mana ritual. Vandal Blast, because why not? We've got a couple things that grant some double strike. So Uncaged Fury, Tamir Battle Rage, just stuff to get us in a little bit more. And then I threw in an Anger just in case, it gets a little bit later in the game and we can recast Dargo, give him some haste. A Seize the Day. Empty the Warrens seemed like a good choice if we end up playing a whole bunch of 0 mana artifacts, but can't quite cast Dargo or Jeska again because they've been killed already. But pretty much the whole deck is all in on the casting Dargo right away, 0ing Jeska, and then smashing somebody to death of them as soon as we can. So I think the real trouble in this deck is going to be not killing one person right off the bat. It's going to be trying to close out the game afterwards. So I might need to like play this a little bit and then change... like I'll leave all the 0 drop cards in there just to keep the consistency, but the rest of these playables I might have to kind of switch around a little bit, just to make the deck more playable after we accomplish our initial goal, which is just knocking somebody out right away. Our lands are nothing special. We've got a Darksteel Citadel and a Great Furnace in here because they're artifact lands, so we can tap and then sack them to Dargo, so they just have a little extra value. And then the rest, I didn't want to be messing around with any tap lands in here because we're trying to be so fast. So the rest is literally just 35 mountains. And I usually go with a 35 to 63 split in all my commander decks. Sometimes I go a little bit. I could probably get away with a little bit lower in this deck because it's aggro, but again, we're going for that like turn 1, turn 2 consistency. So we're gonna try this for now. I might need to make some modifications to that, but check out the gameplay videos. I'm assuming they're gonna be pretty quick compared to my normal gameplay videos because we'll either win quick or lose quick, I think. So we'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys.